What up, people? We are gonna watch today Brooklyn Nine-Nine 2x5. Yeah. You know the drill. All I ask is that you hit that like button. If you want to watch the full-length watch-alongs, or you sync up with the time code, there's over at our Patreon page. Cover a whole bunch of shows over there. Prepper, whoever it is down, thank you. Appreciate it very much. Let's do this. Party ball.
Why are you sitting at my desk?
Lieutenant Miller from Internal Affairs is here. He's taken over my office. Apparently, someone has been leaking classified information to a criminal syndicate. The entire squad is under investigation.
What?
No one here's a mole.
How can you be so sure?
Because I know these guys. I know everything about them. Watch this. I know what everyone's gonna do tonight. It's Thursday, so Gina's gonna leave early to rehearse with her new dance group, Dancy Rig. Amy's gonna be going over her weekly budget, and Charles will be attending a pizza for one cooking class.
Tonight's menu, pepper aloni.
If I run and leap at Terry, he will most certainly catch me in his arms. Coming in!
No, holding coffee!
I'm sorry, handshakes are the greatest avenues of germ transmission. I generally prefer simple nods.
Smart thinking.
Have you ever taken confidential information about an ongoing investigation out of this precinct?
No, I would never do something that stupid.
I did something really stupid. I need your help.
I also maybe sometimes bring home case files to work on them after hours, and I might not be that great about returning them.
Ooh.
Are you aroused because of what a bad boy I am?
No.
No.
What brings you here?
I heard you were under investigation by Internal Affairs. Didn't want to miss that.
So much time with your ear to the pavement. It's a pity a truck hasn't run over your head.
I'm looking for Detective Scully.
You must be from IAB. I'm Deputy Chief Wuntch. Nice to meet you.
IAB exists outside of department hierarchy. I don't answer to you. Detective Scully, you're up.
Oh, okay.
No. You know, we'll do this over the phone.
Detective Diaz, can you give me even a shred of good news about your drug task force?
The good news is I can be brief about it. We have nothing. Task force has made some busts, but we still haven't found any high-level dealers or major drug stashes.
But we will soon. Is that a promise? Or just another lollipop that no one's ever gonna lick?
Jesus Christ.
Felt that one.
Sarge and I are going undercover at Electric Library. It's a silent district. Everyone wears headphones. It's actually very respectful to the neighbors, except for the lewd acts and vomiting.
So hopefully, we'll find some giggle pig. Great. I hope there's a lot of drug activity there.
One box of files and one box of powdered donuts from under my bed.
Oh, cool. Can I see those?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
Whoa, no, no, no!
This is a new car. I won't have you jake it up with donut powder.
I hate to say it, but we still need to make one more stop. There's still some files at my old place, AKA Gina's apartment.
Fine, I'll call her.
Wow, there's so many fancy buttons on your steering wheel. It's like a spy car, that's cool.
Product placement.
Car, call Gina Linetti.
What is that voice?
It's my spy voice.
Car, initiate ghost mode.
It's a Nicolas Cage voice.
Yeah.
I do have some good news in 3, 2, pocket donut!
Oh.
Yep. Well, luckily I still have a key from when I lived here. Here we go.
Boyle? Oh no.
Oh my god!
Oh, the cat. I knew it.
It's out of the bag.
How long has this been going on?
We hooked up once last summer, and then the nightmare started again about a month ago.
Ever since then, it's been Orgasm City.
Oh.
Ugh, gross, right, guys?
Wait a minute. There was no pizza for one cooking class tonight. You've been lying to me for weeks!
People can't surprise you.
It's to make candles. Ooh, sorry. I'm going to a prenatal yoga class. Don't be mad, Jake. You still know me. I'm still Charles. I just have 4 extra sex moves. 5. Forgot about boy on top.
Nah.
They are weird.
Yeah.
This is not a disco. And I should know, I was raised on disco.
At the
boy.
Yeah.
My daughters go to the Learning Grove. Did you get that from a vintage store or something?
No, I went there. I was in the Dolphins class.
And you don't do drugs or drink. Have a water on the house.
Huh?
I learned that my babies are on the right track because their preschool turns out nice kids.
Yeah, I can't wait to tell Holt that at the task force meeting.
Now, let's go look for some bad kids who went to subpar preschools.
Sound design's so funny.
Mind if we sit? Is everything okay?
Nothing's okay. Wuntch circling me like a shark frenzied by chum.
Oh no.
I am buffeted by the winds of my foe's enmity and cast about by the towering waves of cruel fate. I've worked the better part of my years on Earth overcoming every prejudice.
Oh yes.
And now I feel it being ripped from my grasp. And with it, the very essence of what defines me as a man. And you ask, is everything okay?
You take care of Amy.
But how to make it look like an accident?
I'm not saying murder, just talk to her like a normal person.
Right, even better, get her to tell me all her little secrets, then it...
Hello, bro.
No.
I took these files home a while ago, even though I shouldn't have, and now I'm bringing them back. Isn't that funny? Are you laughing behind the mask?
No. Oh, God.
Kev!
Jake, it's after midnight. This had better be about a murder.
No, I wish. Look, I'm really sorry, but I have to talk to Captain Holt.
Raymond, your work life is here.
Miller is sure there's a mole in the precinct, and the only way to prove it's not me is to figure out who it is.
You said there wasn't a mole. You said you knew everything about these people.
Well, it turns out I don't. I've learned some truly horrible things tonight.
Oh no.
Goodness. Boyle is sleeping with Gina? Boyle is your most trusted friend, so he has to be involved. Your use of the word horrible leads me to believe that the matter was sexual in nature, given your obvious immaturity. Of course, you would be most upset if Boyle were to have slept with someone you knew from your childhood, thus the solve, Gina.
That was amazing.
Come into my study. Let's figure out who that mole is.
Let's go through the squad one by one.
Rosa is very secretive. I don't know anything about her personal life. Charles has expensive tastes. Gina has said many times that she would sell us all out for 5 minutes with Blake Griffin.
Twins to private school, but on his salary, that's difficult. Plus, with twins, one of them's always evil. So, it's Cagney.
It's over between me and Charles. I'm so upset. Amy, when will I ever find a relationship as perfect as the one you have with Freddie?
It's Teddy.
I hate that guy.
What else? What else? What else?
Wait a minute.
He's in Beatriz.
I saw Rosa eating watermelon, but then when I asked her about it, she said she had never eaten that or any other kind of melon. Now that I say it out loud, it doesn't seem like much.
No, put it on the board.
So tired, I can't keep my eyes open. Here, I need you to slap me.
I'm not going to do that, Peralta. I thought perhaps the element of surprise. You spent 6 months undercover in the mafia and have many criminal contacts. You've been known to flaunt departmental rules and regulations, and you are deeply in debt.
Well, if you hadn't tricked me into getting car insurance, because I heard you call Deputy Chief Wuntch by her first name, and after that, you told her you hoped she got carried off by crows. That is gross insubordination.
Madeline is irrelevant. Our battles extend beyond the confines of NYPD rules.
No.
How come you didn't know there was a mole in your precinct? That's right, because you did! Because you are the mole, you mole!
I've heard enough. Please return your guest pajamas, guest toothbrush. It's time for you to be suspended.
Too far.
Braugher, shouldn't you be suspended by now?
Yes, and I know that you're mad that I'm here, but you're about to get over it because I know who the mole is. Lieutenant Miller. I think he's spying for Wuntch.
Wuntch?
You said it yourself. Your battles extend beyond the confines of NYPD rules. She wants information about your task force, but she can't get access, so she sent in a spy. That's why Miller was skulking around the file room when I was supposed to be the only skulker.
That's interesting. I did notice something odd when he and Wuntch first met. She just nodded at him. She didn't even try to shake his hand.
Oh, I thought she just knew not to shake his hand.
We don't have any hard proof that they're working together.
Well, lucky for you, Proof is my middle name. And yours is Jared. Juicebox. Jellyfish. Jamiroquai.
Yes.
I want to play ball. Clear my name and I'll give you information about Captain Holt.
Well, I'm interested. What kind of information?
It's all on this. Pretty dope drive, right? Okay, I could get in a lot of trouble for this. But the big secret about Captain Holt is...
that I have a flair for the dramatic. Look behind you, Madeline.
We're actually in front of you. That's my fault. I thought the layout was going to be different. Didn't know how you guys were going to be sitting. I took a chance.
Fine, you're right. But you can't prove that. It's just your word against mine.
Ooh, actually, it's your word against you. I put a recording device in this dope drive, so I got your whole conversation.
You're going to leave my precinct and my task force alone.
Nice.
You're Wuntch me.
You should never worry about your kids. You're the best dad I know. Cagney and Lacey are gonna grow up great.
You think so?
100%.
You're right. They're going to be twin presidents. They'll either run as one person and trick everyone.
Excuse me, I have an announcement to make. Can I have everyone's attention, please?
Oh, God. Oh.
Charles Boyle and I had sex.
What the hell?
Gina?
First off, I would like to remind you all about several notable men from my past. The rock climbing backpacker, the underwear model, the guy who looked like Tywin Lannister.
Good call.
How many times did you do it?
16 and a third. Don't ask, can't explain.
I have a question. Do you have any regrets?
No.
Aww.
It was pretty fun.
Aww.
Hey, I should have said this last night, but your first casual relationship. Nice work.
I know. I didn't even propose to her once.
Just like I know everyone here.
Yes, you do. Although there is something you didn't know about me. My middle name is Jacob.
Well done. Well
Took me a
played.
second.
My middle name is Jake Peralta.
Oh, yeah. That was kind of an intense episode.
I know. It was a little bit more on the beat and a little less on the laughs, even though there were many laughs.
It's suspenseful. You could feel the drama. What was going on with Holt there? He seemed like he was really on edge.
Yeah, he was on fire this
I was like, you're kind of a dick, man.
Your competitive side, yeah, brings out the worst in you sometimes.
Yeah. And I did have my mind going, too, of like, they wouldn't make anyone of the main cast a mole, would they?
They can't.
But it would be kind of a cop-out if it was just some other person in the precinct we never met before. That wouldn't be any fun.
When he named him at first, I forgot what the guy's name was, and I thought they were going to do that.
Yeah, I would have been disappointed with that. But the way, there was like dramatic flair in here. Like this was like a classic case of tension and release, I thought, for this particular episode. The way they had, even discovering like Gina and Boyle sleeping together, the way they handled the moment at the end where she's, proclaiming it to the precinct of, hey, I actually did this, taking ownership of it. I was surprisingly a little taut in the way how everything was going down here.
Yeah.
Even like when they're teaming up and they're trying to figure out who the mole is, and you feel the ticking time clock of like Jake only has a few hours left before he gets suspended again. And I thought it was actually pretty impressive how it all went down, because I did notice she didn't shake his hand, but I thought like, oh, she just knows better. She just. I just
a
thought
solid mislead for that reason.
Yeah, I didn't look into it as a clue.
But you caught it, Stizzy. That's the good detective brain on you.
Or it's really just that it's good show to make you note that.
Good visuals. Good visual story.
Because they drew a lot of attention to the fact that he wouldn't shake Jake's hand.
Mm-hmm.
So then to have that moment there, I thought like, oh, she might have just known this about him.
Yeah.
And so that's what makes her like conniving and clever, because she knows who she's dealing with. So I was surprised. But even like, the way they amplified the gravitas here at times actually didn't even read as funny, but genuinely like a little.
Yeah, just you actually get caught up in it. Yeah.
Like when Holt has his whole monologue in the bar when he's talking with like it's funny because of how serious they're taking it.
Yeah.
But at times you're like, that is a real serious speech he's giving right here.
That was chef's kiss in the writing and the delivery, and I mean he especially like everybody I thought was on firing on all cylinders is the phrase I'm looking for across this episode. But yeah, Andre Braugher was like on another plane throughout this. Like I do love what that does to his character, because it seems like anything that threatens his hard-won authority and anything that has to do with Wuntch really, brings out this spirit within him that can be quite haphazard in application, but also just makes for some of the most fun to watch performances. And this was an episode where I think in doing that and letting some of the plot lines breathe a little better, it's like it felt like we did a lot. It felt like a very substantial episode, even though it's still only like 21 minutes or whatever.
Well, they had Boyle and Gina, they had Jake and Amy, they had Jake and Holt, they had Rosa and Terry, which was the one that made the least impact of an impression. That was more of just the funny one. But I liked how the sound design was very funny.
It's consistently hilarious.
I've never been to an inside like silent disco, but I've seen them on like Santa Monica Beach and stuff, and I participated in them before, where you're like outside and it is kind of funny to look at, but I imagine inside it's just visually really funny, auditory wise funny too.
Yes. Clues you into to what's kind of whimsical and funny about dance.
Yeah, but I like how this the person they ended up arresting was representation for Terry and his father-daughter dilemmas that he's always caught in between here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was pleasantly surprised by this
still
one.
rooted in the characters, even if it wasn't the most impactful plotline.
I thought this one had it wasn't like dramatic, but it had a bit more of that comedy, like those comedy movies that have a bit of an intensity to it, which makes the comedy funnier, because they take the serious. They're not undercutting a little bit more serious moments. They just like sprinkled in throughout. Like there's not one scene here that's just full on drama, but the discovery of certain aspects are like, ooh, like I found myself kind of gripped by the immediacy of the plot and not really thinking about like, hey, I'm not really laughing right now,
Yeah.
And nor was it really focusing on having like a heart. It was like this is an intense situation, and you can feel the clock.
Yeah.
So yeah, kudos to them, man. That was I was impressed with that one. I was really impressed with that one.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, leave your thoughts down below. Subscribe, click that bell, hit that like button, and hey, it's the end of the month, so let's shout out some patrons. Levitate Odell,
Josh Barnes Burner,
Long Dong Shandon,
Oscar Golden Globes,
The Jedi Bro,
Lauren, American Horse. Of course, there's the joke.
I'm Simply Faded,
Peter Pacheco, Echo.
Meet Me in Joanna's St. Louis. What? That could have been better.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John Mensing.
Rogue Cree, A Star Wars Story.
Some Jew, 94.
Tailor-made for me. That lustin', bustin', Justin Martin.
Rosie's Not Nosy, My Beatty Lady.
Groovy Ruby Dynamite is so tired.
Guess who I'm calling? Oh, it's Colin.
Yes, it's Colin Philip J. Smith Jr.
Let's say Jen Smith's on the other line.
Melanie LeBlanca versus E. Honda.
Natalie Flevdorin, Patreon inside jokes.
Chase Gardner, the leaf blower.
Ava Drazdikova doesn't live in Moldova. I don't think you do.
Natalie's name's a summer hottie. Wow, that is very self-flattering.
Especially in the fall.
Jeez,
Natalie. Oh, I need to cool down a little bit. You're bringing the heat back.
Oh man,
with your hot summer vibrations.
Anyway, thank you to everyone, especially SJ94, for being here today. You guys rock.